One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Bear Truth is in the building, man. What's the word? Okay, I see you, CPT. I am trying to send you the uh the link. So what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to copy the link so I can get my peoples on here. And because I didn't see y'all active. I didn't see y'all active at all. Now I gotta try to figure out what is CG. I got her. She's on deck too. What's up, everybody? What's going down? Man, listen and learn Monday, man. What's the word? I'm trying to get my guests the link because I didn't see them active until now. But I'm gonna try to get them going down, and then we are going to try to get this cracking about cheaters. What's the motivation? So if y'all remember, like last week, man, we talked about like women. You know what I mean? And them. Uh, we talked about men. We talked about men um, cheating, and what's like some of the motivations to make men cheat. You know what I mean? And what's the motivation? Because to keep it 1,000, everybody want to be in love. And then I got this one video, and I'm going to play it. And man, you got to check it out. I mean, it breaks my heart, like when I see her say what she said. You know. Um, Let me see something. Okay, somebody might be up backstage. Hey, there, I will not be able to come on tonight. Still working. Oh wow, wish you would have knew that. Cause all right, what up, Nitty? Cuzzo, what's the word? Bob is in the building. Bob, what's the word, baby? Everything is smooth, man. I got some real good stuff that I got coming up, man. I'm gonna have to slide up to the barber shop and holler at y'all guys and see if y'all want to support this move on doing something for the community, man. What's good, man? Everybody good? But like last week, B, we talked about cheating, and we was basically, you know, what I mean, talking about the different motivations or make what makes people cheat, you know, and like when you in a relationship, one of the things that I got to tell you is that it hurts. You know what I mean? And I know we all done probably been on each side of the fence. You know what I mean? Each side of the fence is like cause consistency wins. You sure right about that. Um but what's up? My fam, what's up, bro? And I'm gonna play this little clip, and I'm waiting to try to see if I can get some guests. I know Salisa can't pop up, but I might be able to get somebody else up. So listen, if it's any ladies out there that might want to speak on this topic, because I want to come from a women's point of view, I need you to be able to, you know, what I mean, come in and give some insight. I haven't seen Anna. If anybody want the link, I'm telling you, like right now, and I see you live. So let me see. I'm gonna send you the link, and if I say something that makes you feel like you want to pop up because I need your perspective. Because when it comes to like men, I'm gonna tell you something. I was trying to tell them, you know, okay, Nitty says sometimes we like to try new things. I got a video, and I want you to keep that in mind. But I'm talking about let's talk about the overall okay picture of cheating. You in a relationship with somebody. Sometimes we want to try something new. We want to try out some new things. Chris Rock said this. He says, "Yeah, okay, now you want to try out something new." He says, "But guess what? Now your girl is new, and she's new in a bad way because now she's got a new look at you. She's got a new attitude towards you. She's got a new way of thinking." So, Anna, I'm going to shoot you this link too. So, just in case you want to pop up, you said you had something positive to talk about, which I know you do. Um, I'm gonna shoot you this link and pop up backstage. But meanwhile, what I want to do, I'm gonna show y'all this video real quick. Keep that thought, Frank Nitty. L- Look at her demeanor and look at like what happened to her, and then we're gonna talk about that. I really need a woman. Your message haven't been sent. I really want to talk from a woman's point of view, so I want to see if I can get a woman's point of view. Listen to what she said, and then we're gonna come back. Hold on.
Somebody and you dismantle a bond, that's the hardest thing to get over. Heartbreak is like the worst thing to get over. And not only did you hurt me, but you broke me.
Okay, and so I'm pretty sure y'all know that's Kurt and what's her name from Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. You dig what I'm saying? And did you notice the words that she says? She says, um, this you dismantled a bond. Does that make sense to anybody? You dismantled a bond. But more so when you like look in her face, man, when you see her crying, um, dang, she ain't even my wife, bro, and I feel bad. You dig what I'm saying? And you can look at Kurt's face and you can know, because Kurt, no, he was he was doing the most. Kurt even went out and had a baby on Shorty. And okay, so Nitty says sometimes you like to try something new. But now look at that though, Nitty. Look at Rashida, whatever. I mean, is that her name? But look at her. Look how bad she is. She's beautiful. She got a body. She dressed fresh. And not only that, I mean, she's a boss. You dig what I'm saying? She running the stores. And not only that, but she loves his kids like her own. You know what I mean? And so it's just like when you see her, fam, she move and groove like one of them ones that like, man, like, damn, she's a keeper. You dig what I'm saying? And so he says, I understand that too. But I'm just saying, it's like so I was trying to explain it to a person, man. Me and this person, I was having a conversation with somebody. Um, and last time when I was explaining, my situation on how I was moving and grooving when I was out here, you know what I mean? And it's just like with me, cheating was always this retaliation type thing. It's like, okay, I'm cool. I like to be in love. I like the teammates. You know what I mean? Just to be in a team, I mean, four eyes is better than two, and two heads is better than one. That's my motto. And I was always in a position where, if you're getting it from the mud and you in the street and you got a ride or die woman on your team, you know, um, it's always cool, when she can put cars in her name, or she's got that credit where she can go sign her name. Me and Nubia's mom, Venice, we used to do real good because she's a hard worker. She's always been working her whole entire life, and so if her credit is up to par, we can go pull up somewhere. And as long as I got this money with her name, we coming off the lot with whatever we want to do. We can go jump in the house, and we used to feed, and so it was like a network. But she said dismantle a bond. You dig what I'm saying? And so sometimes I feel like whenever a person hurt me, or if I feel like you flirting with this, or I feel like, you know what I mean, something that was out of pocket with another man and you didn't try to check it, and I looked embarrassed. Man, we got this pride thing, right? I used to try to, you know what I mean, this is it. I'm gonna show you, you know what I mean? Like, two can do this. You dig what I'm saying? And that's how I used to be with my other baby's mom, my youngest daughter's mom. It's like, man, we be doing good. It's just like, I love my family. I love being a father. I love doing homework with the kids. I loved going to track meets, basketball games. I love to go Christmas shopping, school shopping, birthday shopping. That's my thing. Helping with homework, 100% father. I'm on that edge. But if you ever put me in a position where I feel like I can't trust you, I could turn up. And that's a bad place to be from when you cheating on somebody out of retaliation. And so I hate that when, you know what I mean, we can't get women, guests on here, because we always get a one-sided or a one-track, opinion. And it's when she said that you dismantled a bond, you know what I mean? I've never been the first one. I can truly say this, that I've never been the first one to start, you know what I mean, to cheating. Like if I'm in a relationship and we full throttle, you know what I mean, I'm gonna give you 100%, you know what I mean? And if you put me in a position, because I think one of the things with me be is that when I love hard. So like if I'm rocking with you, and I don't care if you got kids or whatever you got. When I come and I put my arms around you, I'm putting my arms around everybody that's moving, everybody that's in that house. I don't care if you got family. If they need me, they got me. You dig what I'm saying? And when you getting it from the mud, it's always money, and so you always feeling like, okay, you the one that got people come to, okay, when they need help, when they do this and that, and it feels good. You know what I mean? When you done created a family outside of family, you like, this is my, I put, what I mean, this is my family, and as men, you always got that sense that you're a leader. You dig what I'm saying? And so when you in the head of a household and you with a woman and there's kids in that house, and you doing your thing, keep it a buck, man. It feels good. I ain't gonna even front. It feels good. And it's better than just out here just, like laying around and just sleeping around. You know what I mean? Like I told y'all out the gate, I ain't never being with my baby mama and then went and slept with somebody and like she was so fired that I'm like, I'm out. I ain't even going back to the crib. You dig what I'm saying? Nah, it ain't ever been. Now, if me and her ain't doing the best, like if we arguing all the time and it don't seem like it's working no more, then I might get with somebody and then, what I mean, cross that path or even those thoughts of saying, you know what? I might be able to do something different. You dig what I'm saying? I might want to do something different. Like this one right here ain't gonna work. But I'm gonna tell you a true story, man. I had this chick that was so ride or die. And back to what me and my friend was talking about. Me and my friend was talking about it was like, okay, I was in this position where I was when I was like, okay, say per se cheating, women knew that I had a girl. They knew that I had a main course. And so it was just like you allowed me to be who I was being. You dig what I'm saying? And so it's like okay, I'm over here. But then again, there was like different levels of women. Like some women don't really care. You might come through and you might give them a few dollars on a bill here and there, and you lay up, you smoke real good, you drink real good, you sell dope out here in this area. So yeah, she see you getting the money, and so it is what it is. So here go like a little freak session, and what we call that is pastime. So while I'm out here grinding and I'm on grind mode, you dig what I'm saying? We company. But when you see that car pull up out here and this car come pick up that money, you know what it is. You know what I mean? And so it was never a misunderstanding of saying, "Hey, did you get the link, sis? I sent you the link. So maybe check your thing. I think it should be in there. If you pop up backstage, I'll pop you in." And so it was never a situation of one of those things where I'm sitting up and I'm trying to lie to you like I ain't with nobody. You know what I mean? Now, because what we're not gonna do is messy. You dig what I'm saying? You're not finna run up on her with no drama. When you see her, you know who that is. And if you ever disrespect her or run up on her while she with my kids or anything like that, go that way. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm always a provider. I'm always gonna bring something to the table. So you ain't gonna never be able to be like, oh, you don't do nothing no way. Bum ain't in my category. You dig what I'm saying? And I ain't saying I'm the best man, but I ain't never been no bum where I'm just laying up on a woman and I ain't bringing nothing to the table. So don't ever disrespect the home front. And so it's still cheating. No, I ain't about to try to glorify it or try to sugarcoat it and try to, you know what I mean, make it sound like it's better than what it was because it wasn't right. But when me and her was talking, she was asking me like, it kind of seemed like that was something that I was used to doing and I felt cool about it. And I don't want to glorify that life. It's just, you know, I told y'all, like, ladies, sometimes, you know what I mean, what you'll settle for, you know what I mean? Okay, if this all you want from me, you dig what I'm saying? You want some weed, you want some little drink or something like that, or you hurting over here in this little area. I got something for that cable bill. I got, you know what I mean? We got dope fiends that steal shoes. We got dope fiends that stealing that's got like link cards. So what? I can give him like a 50 piece of rock and me and you take his link card and go out to Walmart and get $100 worth of groceries. You think I can't put that in the crib? And sometimes ladies appreciate that. They appreciate just that boost. And that's just who I was when I was out there. I was always bringing something to the table. And so it was like probably like a mutual friendship. But on a real to real, there was never nothing that would make me leave my girl or leave my house. You dig what I'm saying? There was nothing that was going to be like, I ain't going to the crib. I'm done with the house. Like, nope. Because my kids is too important. Playing with them, kicking it with them, shopping with them, seeing what they got going on in school is way more important than that over there. And it's always been like that with me. So, but back to the thing that I was trying to tell you, I had this chick that was so sincere one time. So, me and the baby mama was beefing, and she was like the like go to house. Like, okay, when it's too much arguing and stuff going on over there, I'll go back over here. And so I remember, man, I had a toothbrush over there. I had boxes over there. I had pajamas, you know what I mean? Little stuff like so. If I come over there and spend a night, I mean, I got t-shirts. I got a whole drawer with like, you know what I mean? I could take a shower, boom, boom, and keep it moving. And so one time I'm talking to her, right? And I'm like, man, listen, I think it's a wrap for over there. So I was like, man, I had already had a little key to get to get in the crib, so it's like I'm damn near there. And she getting money, so she don't care nothing about my bread, about me being no hustler. You know what I mean? I'm talking about she was getting money. She was a manager at one thing, at one little spot, and then she also was working with like a company. That's neither here nor there. Okay. So one time I tell her, I say, so listen, me and Shorty, we ain't moving in the right direction. I'm like, so um I said, like, what you want to do, man? I said, you want to try to put our best foot forward and make this thing work? What you know what I mean? I said something kind of like slick to the fact, like, you know what I mean? Cause I was feeling her. Like, I come over there, she would cook my favorite meal. Like if I like roast, she'll have a roast for me. I drink Crown, I come through there, I got a fifth of Crown over there. It's like when I slide through on her, it was everything that I wanted without the arguments, without all the stress. You dig what I'm saying? And then another thing too, over here, this is where all the money is. This is where you put in all your money. And then sometimes you feel like you ain't winning. Shorty over here is a financial disaster. When it come times for her bills and stuff like that, she letting her bills slip. When it's time for her to get her little bread, she's spending her bread recklessly. You dig what I'm saying? If I go to jail or some mishaps are going, she'll go into my stash and just spend money. And so, sometimes, it just be like those little bitty intricate things. Like, okay, you doing like little dirty stuff like that. You done got too comfortable. Now you moving in such a vicious way. It's like over here, I don't even gotta argue. I come over here, I got a dinner. You know what I mean? I come over here, I got a fifth. And I can lay up and just freak and and be gone. And listen to what the shorty told me though. Real talk. This is what she told me. I'm telling her, you know what I mean, what you think about us, you know what I mean, trying to make something shake. She tells me, she was like, listen, you can come over here. And she was like, man, we can have as much sex as you want to. She was like, I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna always keep you something over here. You see, you got your drawer over here, you got a key. Come over here anytime that you want to get away. But she was like, Bear, you gotta go home. And I'm like, and she was like, yeah, you gotta go home. She was like, you got a daughter over there. She was like, you know what I mean? You got people that look up for you. They looking to see you. They depend on you. She was like, you gotta go to the crib. She was like, but baby, you can come over here anytime you want to. And not only was it so real, but it just kind of made me feel good. It just kind of made me feel like, you know, just I guess keep doing what you're doing. You dig what I'm saying? And so, ladies, I don't want to glorify that. I don't want you to ever think that that's right. But if we say cheaters, what's the motivation? You know what I mean? It's so many different things that play its part when you're in a house with a person. One of the things that I say too, when it comes to like ladies and men, is that women, y'all wear your heart on your sleeve, so y'all emotional. You know what I mean? I keep hearing people doing stuff, but is anybody gonna pop up on the dang show? Somebody, you mean to tell me don't nobody want to talk? We got all these women, don't nobody want to say nothing. Sis, I sent you the the link. You dig what I'm saying? I sent you the link, and so let me see. Did you not get it, or do you not want to be on the show? But okay, so ladies, what I was basically trying to break down to you is this right here. I can't say what's going to be the key to keeping a man because I had this one that I wanted to play for y'all, and she went on and on and on. She was ranting and raving about people cheating, but then when she broke it down, she brung it back to like Christ and to like God. And so, if I'm gonna give it to you on that perspective, let me say it like this: everybody that's on this planet is broken. You know what I mean? And it's too deep because it would take a Bible study. So it's like, okay, remember when I give you the Bible studies on Tuesdays, how I was telling you, like when Adam and Eve sinned in the garden, they called that the fall because that's the first time they disrespected God and they fell and they gave dominion of the earth over to Satan. And so the reason why Satan and his demons is able to cut up and do some of the stuff that they have to do with is because Adam and Eve usher sin into this world. So what she was saying from a perspective of like that, of like deal with it like that. And so as me and my friend was talking, one of the things I said, whether you believe in God or not, this is how I feel. I feel that now that I got a relationship with God, not religion, not no religious type of stuff. Okay, she said she haven't seen it. So let me try to send her the thing because me and her got something to talk about. All right, I'ma see you again. Okay, let me see. All right, hold on real quick, y'all. Let me copy this. Let me copy this for her. Copy. Okay. Okay, sis, try it again. You dig what I'm saying? Because I just sent it on her. All right. And so now listen, now back to this until I see her. Then I'm gonna get into these other questions for the women. So now look at it from this perspective. We fallen creatures, we broken creatures. Remember, I was telling you how Ecclesiastes was saying in chapter 3:15, something to the fact that um God has placed eternity into a man's heart. And from beginning to the end, they have not figured it out. And what that means in a metaphoric phrase, what it is, it's a metaphor. So basically, what God has planted in our heart was a hole, and it's a gap, and it's an emptiness. And the only thing that can fill up this gap is God, is your relationship with God. And so when you have a relationship with God, that's how you satisfy your soul. And so once you satisfy your soul, you got to remember that God created Adam. He was established man. He was already put together, but then he said it's not good for man to be alone. So he turned around and he took his rib, he made him a creator, and he brought him to Adam. And then Adam said, finally, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. This one should be called woman because she was taken from my rib. So he's like saying, here go my equal. Now I got me a ride or die. I got me a partner. But since relationships are broken, since they disrespected God, the enemy can tempt your mind. Like Nitty was saying, maybe sometimes you just want to do something new. And you know how it is, fella. I mean, you dig. You got a bad little woman at the crib. You know what I mean? She's beautiful. You dig what I'm saying? And her smell is good. She cook good. And you know what I mean? When she dress up, when y'all go out, you know what I mean? Your woman is already 100%, top notch. But then you'll get out here. You'll get to roaming around. Maybe you hanging out with your car, in a car with some of your guys. Then all of a sudden you see another thick chick, and then you get to trying to holler at them. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta tell you, I struggled when I first came home and went to the gym. Like, you in Planet Fitness and you seeing all these little chicks walking around here in them little pants. You get to being like, what in the world is going down? Because believe me, I just did 15 from walking around a yard with big cocky men sweating and stuff. You know what I mean? Hitting weights. Now I'm in the gym with like beautiful women. You know what I mean? All over the place. So it's like it was kind of rough. And so what I'm trying to say is this: I told God, conversation, no relationship, no religion or relationship with God. I told God, I was like, the next time you place a lady in my life, this is what I promise I'm gonna do. When I wake up, I'm just gonna thank you for her. Because number one, it's like this right here. She's your daughter before you gave her to me. So thank you for sending me your daughter and trusting me to love her. Show me how to love her. Show me how to listen to her. Show me how to respect her. Show me how to provide for her. Show me how to protect her. You know what I mean? Let me love her like Christ loved the church. And a lot of times when you know scripture, God will say, if you pray scripture back to God, he got to keep his word. Because there's a scripture that said, God is not a man that he should lie, nor is he immortal that he should repent, saying that. And then another scripture says that his word will never return to him void. So those of us who got a relationship with God, try that. That's the reason why people be telling you to read the word, because you know what the word says. John, in the beginning was the word was with God, and the word was God. This is the word. If you give God back his word, you need help. Because if you don't get help, then this flesh is always thirsting and it's always hungering for something else. You dig what I'm saying? Like Nitty just said, man, you always trying to do something new. And it's just like, man, you will get out here and you will do something new and you will jag everything that you just had. You dig what I'm saying? The one little lady said, like, listen, if you goofy enough to go and jeopardize what we got for something temporary, jag something long term for something that's temporary, you a goofy, and I don't need to be with you nowhere. Because I'm gonna tell you something, ladies. I don't care if you know that this man got a woman. You can't offer him no sex. You can't offer him no head. You can't offer him nothing that's going to really make him leave this woman if he loved this woman. If this is his baby mama, his wife, I don't care what you're doing over here. Now, maybe the only way that you might be able to peel that relationship apart is as if they is already at war. Like if they beefing and they got issues going on, you dig what I'm saying? Then maybe their relationship was already broken and you stepped in and you was the final piece that broke the thing up. But I'm telling you, I ain't never met a woman that made me just feel like you know what I mean, until we was beefing and I felt like I done damn near had enough of you. You dig what I'm saying? And that's how it could be, Nitty. I ain't never. Okay, I see you, but where you at? Lisa at work cannot get on, so she'll catch it on a different day. Well, can't do it on a different day because okay. She said Lisa can't. Okay, I'm rushing back home. All right, but yeah. So um only time that it was ever like I wanted to leave because I was fed up and I wanted to leave. You dig what I'm saying? So ladies, don't ever feel like that. And so I'm gonna ask a couple of questions and then I'll just keep talking. So if anybody just really want to tap in and speak, I see you, Crystal. Listen to this. Let me ask you this. If it's not retaliation, why do you think women cheat on men? Like saying, for instance, if your guy hasn't cheated on you, why would you say that a woman would cheat on a man? And so this is why I wanted a female on here, because I'm giving you like reasons from my point of view on why I did what I did. You know what I mean? And until somebody give a message and I might post it, I'll give you another one too. Um, I got this song that I did, and I'm trying my best to get some stuff recorded. You know what I mean? That's the only problem that I'm having with recording it and making it sound professional. But I took Alicia Keys' instrumental, "Unthinkable," and I redid it like in my own version, and it's called "Unthinkable." And so in this verse, I was talking about how women used to treat me in the club, like when I used to come in the club, knowing that okay, Fam is a D boy. You dig what I'm saying? One thing we know for sure: if we catch him at the bar, we're gonna get free drinks. He gonna buy everybody a drink. So that's already appealing right there. As soon as you buy somebody a drink, we smiling. Now we get a chance to have a conversation. Number two, they probably counting your pockets. They probably trying to see what you pulled out. Then number three, they looking at what you dress. So all the time they gonna probably look down at your shoes. They know, you know what I mean, when I come to the club, you know what I mean, I like to dress nice. And so, you know what I mean, that's just been something in my life that, you know what I mean, I'm accustomed to. So you smell good, you look fly, you got money, you generous with the drinks. 9 times out of 10, she don't care nothing about if you got no woman. She trying, you know what I mean? It's like, man, I'm trying to see what fam is on. You dig what I'm saying? Especially like we leave from here, you go somewhere, you get something to eat. You dig what I'm saying? Like me and G Nice, we used to literally leave from the private eye, but call Lonnie Ray's before we leave. Or like we used to be at Lucky's and we'd call Lonnie Ray's and order like 40 wings, and so now everybody leaving out the club, they going and they standing in line. But now here we come straight through the little restaurant. Boom, y'all got that 40 wings for bear? We got the 40 wings. Now we outside. So now we got a fifth in the car. We got wings. And I'm saying we just live wires. We different. You know, when you move different, you know what I mean? You catch the eye of people. And it's just like, you'll be amazed at how people treat you. And I gotta tell you, it feels good, B. It kind of feel like you lightweight, like a little celebrity. You know what I mean? It makes you feel like you're a little celebrity, and so now you got people on your team, they on your job, and believe me, it's a lot of it is just smiling in your face, and they eating off your plate because it's out there. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you something. When I went to the joint, man, I ain't get a letter from not one. You know what I mean? Not a picture, not a dime, not a. You know what I mean? And so that's why I'm trying to tell you, it's really like chasing the wind. It's all vanity. So while you out here fronting for people and putting on, like Shorty said, you might not want to do that temporary thing and leave that permanent thing. But ladies, somebody tap in. Why is it that a woman, like if she's not mad at a man, if she's not retaliating on him for cheating, why do you think that she would cheat on a man? Let me play you another video. Listen to what my man say. He said something that was kind of cool. Makes a little sense. We'll be right back.
And that about the thought married that marriage shit don't mean nothing. No, dude, who she cheats with is who she finds sexually attractive. Who she cheats with is who she finds very aroused by. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's who she really likes. That's who she really has a thing for. Not don't look at the man she with. Look at the man she cheating with. Y'all seen that?
Okay, that was different. You know what I mean? He said, don't look at the man that she with. Look at the man that she cheated with. You dig what I'm saying? And I ain't finna, you know what I mean, go into, past relationship business and try to tell what a woman might have done to me. You know what I mean? I just always throw myself up under the bus. You know what I mean? Because I'd rather be accountable now. I might give you like a pointer or a cue to let you know on what made me kind of move the way that I moved. You dig what I'm saying? But like he said, being in a marriage ain't nothing. He's saying so, um, a woman when she cheat, this is the person that she finds attractive. And I wish I would have kept Shorty video up because she was saying something to the sense, I don't know who is this. All right, let me take that off. There's too much going on. But meanwhile, so she was basically saying this: when a man goes out and cheat, he conquers a woman. You dig what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay, we feel like And I'm gonna tell you why that's true. Listen to this. It's like this right here. I got a woman and she's at the crib. I know she's content. You know what I mean? I'm being a man. I'm doing, things here at the house that I'm supposed to be doing. Now in the streets, I had a whole double life. You dig what I'm saying? And so I'm just keeping it a buck with you. So once my kids we get done doing homework, once they eat, everybody in the crib is asleep. 9:30, 10 o'clock, boom. I'm out here on the block with my man Jumac. Me, Jumac, Delco, all of us who was out there. You dig? Okay, I'm gonna post that in a minute, Christina. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna post them both, and then we're gonna talk about them. But let me give you this. She says that when a man sleeps with a woman, he conquers a woman. But she says when a woman cheats, she's being conquered by another man, if that makes any sense. And so I asked the question, if it's not in retaliation, why do you think that women cheat? My man said that, you know what I mean? She cheats because that's the person that she really want to be. I'm like, that's borderline, could be true. That's borderline. That's a little bit trash. I'm gonna tell you why, because I had to be attractive. I had to be your type for you to even, you know what I mean, get into a relationship with me. So, you know what I mean? Once we get together and we kick it and we make certain moves and we decide that, okay, we want to be married, in order for you to say I do, you dig what I'm saying? Unless I'm just a trick and I'm just paying, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what it is. Other than that, there's got to be some type of mutual love. Now, Christina says she is probably looking for more of an emotional connection with someone. All right, hold that one and then listen to what Crystal says. Crystal says because she's feels she's always alone. Okay. And so remember I said women wear their emotions on their sleeves. They wear their heart on their shoulder. You dig what I'm saying? On their shirt. True story. I used to come in the house with my BM and it's like I've been out with the guys. We've been playing dominoes, selling dope, smoking, drinking, doing whatever we doing. I come in the house at 3 o'clock in the morning. She in the bed and she got on panties. So I slide in the bed and I'm drunk. I'm off drugs and liquor. And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and I feel over there and you got on some panties. You already know what I'm on. I'm trying to rub on you. I'm trying to do something. And so she used to go through these phases where she'd be like, stop, Bear, like, man, like, dang. And so now I'm in my feelings. So now I done got mad and I'm like this right here. Okay, what you won't do here, another chick will. And it's been some times where I done just left the crib at that time at night because I know I got somebody else in the car. Like, what you up to? You ain't on nothing? I'm on my way through. And I can go through there and get head from anywhere. I can go through there and have a bus down that's just on deck. That's she ready for that. This is what she looking for. You got some more beer? You got something to drink? Boom, come through there. And that's what it is. I'm not disrespecting no ladies. I'm just telling you a real life story. But here's the thing that I found out because of what Crystal and Christina just said. She's probably looking for she always feel alone. And then she's probably looking for a more emotional connection. You dig what I'm saying? And as a young knucklehead, ladies, sometimes we don't think like that. You know what I mean? I missed that whole boat because one time she said something to me that was so true. Listen to what she said. She says, listen, you come in the house at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning. You smell like liquor. Your breath smell like weed. You all drunk, and then you rubbing on me, and you just ready to roll over on top of me and just have sex with me. I did not know that. You know what I mean? She wants more of an emotional connect. A real lady wants you to come in, maybe do date night, maybe watch a movie. Y'all sitting up chilling, y'all cuddling, kisses, foreplay. You dig what I'm saying? And then it comes down to boom. Now she ready to like turn up and turn out. You dig what I'm saying? And to me, I'm so macho, I done forgot the whole skit. Oh, excuse my language again. I just got when I paraphrase and I say these things, I'm just trying to put you in the scenery of where my mind was at during the time. Here I am, bitch. I pay all the bills, bitch. I just got the car fixed, bitch. You know what I mean? And that's how I was, hothead, just drunk, talking crazy, feeling like you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I just did this, I just did that, and then that's how you come off to him and you talk to him like that, as if that's gonna move the crowd. That ain't finna move no crowd, fam. Only thing you're gonna do now, you're gonna set the tone. You dig what I'm saying? So all the time now, I'm talking like this. So now I'm trying to go back over here to Shorty's house and make it feel like my crib ain't together. I created an atmosphere that was kind of lightweight toxic, and I didn't respect her on the level of intimacy. Women are emotional creatures. You dig what I'm saying? And not to say creatures like that. I'm just talking about between us and the man. The man, sometimes you got to remember, bro, you got to be romantic. Ain't no woman with that just popping up in the crib. Low said, mannish and disrespectful. What Nicole said. Hold on. Let me read that. Details forgotten, events missed, wanting to try new things, asking opinions on moves being made. Sometimes the emotional gotta till that void. That makes sense. All right, let me see what's the other one that you said. That's feel and new things in life, not appreciated any longer. And you know something, Nicole, I can agree with that. You know why? Because it's like this right here. I remember the first time I met Shorty. You know what I mean? She was super duper bad. She had a little fresh haircut. She used to remind me of like Tony Braxton with her like little short haircut, right? And so she didn't want to give me no play, right? And so for like 2 months, I pursued her. I stayed on one block, she stayed on this block. So I used to catch her going to pay rent. If I catch her going to the mailbox, I'm pulling up on her like, "What's up?" And the very fact that she wouldn't give me no play, it made me want her even harder. And so then when I came through the door, you dig what I'm saying? I came through the door, you know how I do. You got boys, I cut the boys' hair. What's this time for school? I got some boosters out here. What's their sizes? Boom, we get. I love doing that. That's in my blood. I get that from my grandmama, my mama, and them. Just I come from good people, so we've always loved to help people. That's just a, you know what I mean. That's just something that's a plus to a situation. But you're right. When you stop pursuing her and you stop making her feel like a woman, you dig what I'm saying? I think fellas, you're gonna lose her in the bedroom. You dig what I'm saying? Because when you lose her in the bedroom, then all of a sudden you got a whole different type of attitude now. Now all of a sudden, because you feel like you macho, you feel like you the dude, you the man that she's supposed to just roll over and just do whatever the hell you want her to do. And then it ain't like that. And so that's a good question. If it's not retaliation, why do you think women cheat on men? I think it's an emotional thing. I agree with y'all. Next question. So listen to this. If a woman cheats and she feels that the other man's sex is better or he's bigger than her man, is that enough for her to leave her guy? Okay. And so the reason why I'm going to tell you that is because remember what Shorty was talking about. She says when a man goes out and get a woman, he feel like he conquered something. Because it used to be like that. Like say for instance, we'd be on Seven Deuce, you know, some apartments and stuff like that. So if we see a new chick moving in, be like, damn, who was that? Moved up the stairs. Hey, did you see Shorty? That little bad little light skinned chick that moved up the hill? Like for real, for real? If you the first one that can come over there and pull out the bottle or open up the door to like, man, I'm over at Shorty house. Come up here, we up here kicking it. So if you can do it like that, then it's like you the man. So if you it makes you feel like you conquered it. It's like, okay, all the guys out here, like I'm first place over here, boy. You dig what I'm saying? And so women, remember that when y'all young. I know like a lot of young women ain't, you know what I mean, honest, but pay attention to that. If you like the new chick on the block, I know you like attention, but when you see guys coming at you like that, sometimes it's a rat race just to say who the first one that has sex with you, who the first one to knock you down. So remember that. I'm giving you a tip. That one's for free. So let me see what she said. Krista Joyner says, "You have an old soul." What are you what is that about? You talking about me? Okay, Christina said no. Okay, so Christina says no. Nicole says, "You can show him not enough to leave for me." You can show him not enough. What does that mean? The question is this, Nicole. Hold on. Listen to this. I kind of figure out what you're saying, but listen. If a woman cheats and she feels that this other dude's sex is better than her man. You dig what I'm saying? Like, say, what if you, because remember what we talked about, right? If this man is conquering this woman, he's not in here trying to make love to you. He trying to put your legs to the sky. He trying to pound you. He trying, you know what I mean? You know how he is. Like Lo said he's mannish and he disrespectful. And you dig what I'm saying? It ain't his woman. So you dig what I'm saying? He want to make you try to feel as good as he can, try to make you yell. And so all of a sudden now you got to go back home to your dude. Does that play a factor? And would that make you leave your guy? Christina says no. And then Nicole says you can show him not enough to leave for me. Okay. So yeah, she said that's not enough to leave for me. Then Christina says, hold on, let me put this up here so everybody can see. All right. So Christina says more about the bond, less about the other thing. Okay. Well, I mean, okay, Lowe said this, giving her 150%. I kind of got to agree with y'all on that one because it's got to be an emotional thing. You dig what I'm saying? Because, like I said, even if I go out here with this chick, you dig what I'm saying, and I get with her, and let's say, for instance, her stuff is a lot tighter. You know what I mean? And she just, what if you in her and she scratch your back up because you know what I mean? So you know how that can make you feel like you just the man. It's still not gonna make me leave from over here. You dig what I'm saying? Because I got, you know what I mean? I love to see my kids. You dig what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I gotta go check on them right now because they ain't maybe talking to her right. She can't even get them to get up for school. So I gotta go home. So I ain't finna stay here. I gotta get over here to make sure that they go to school. I gotta make sure that okay, I'm at this track meet at this basketball game. That type of stuff really turned me on. You know what I mean? About being in a family. I like the family motivation. What you say, Nicole? You said it's a factor though. That's why I'm saying we needed somebody on here because you just can't say that and not be able to tell me what you mean. It's a factor though, because now you saying it. You kind of like saying, okay, if you go over here and you sleep with this dude, and then okay, I'll give you like a cocky, arrogant phrase that somebody, oh man, I went through there and I knocked her back out. You dig what I'm saying? And so now you come home. Now, next question. Watch this. Why do you think you cheated on this dude, or you cheated on your guy, and you went and you got out with somebody else? Why do you think a woman would use that in an argument? Like, that's all right though. Uh you hear it all the time, little D, you know what I mean? Call him, you dig what I'm saying? And so call him out of his name, or I'm gonna give you this other one real quick too before you answer. Two-part question. Having sex with another dude, then you turn around and call your dude that dude name. What you think about that, Loco? Loco Los, I'm about to send you the link. We might have to tag team them together and just let me get Los on here. All right, Los, I'm about to send you the link, my dude, and then we'll figure this out. And then ladies, keep on tapping in. If anybody else feel like y'all want to jump on here, let me know. Giving me issues to get on, bro. See, that's where I'll be losing that because I don't know how to do it. Los, little sister's having a problem trying to get on. So I'm sending you the link right now, and then maybe if she call you, you can show her how to get backstage. And once she get backstage, then I mean you can tell her. Okay, do anybody got anything to say on that? Okay, Nicole said it's not a factor. All right, so basically here it is again one more time. Before let me see what time it's 7:44. Why do you think when women get into an argument with their guys, they use that then, Christina? You dig what I'm saying? No, I didn't send it to your email. Let me go to email. Okay, here we go. Give me 1 minute, loco. I'm about to send it to you. Shane, refresh link. All right, now give me 1 minute, y'all. I'm trying to get some guests on here, some people that talk with me. Because ladies, I really want to hear from y'all from that one. I just sent it to your email, logo. Okay, so ladies, listen to that like one more time, please. Listen to me. We already talked about if a woman cheats and she feels like the other man's sex is better or he's bigger, is that enough to leave her guy? I done heard two ladies said no, it's not about that. It's a factor though, Nicole said, but it's not enough to leave. You dig what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is, Christina said it's more about the bond and less about the other thing. Okay, I can understand that. But I'm saying, so if you was into an argument with your guy, would you throw that in his face just as a low blow? Or have you ever been in a situation where you cheated on your guy, y'all got back together, and then when y'all got back together, you was having sex with a dude and you called him somebody else's name? Nicole said no. But I'm saying somebody got to be honest because it doesn't happen. I done heard people say it before. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I done heard it. You see it in movies, so I mean it's a real thing. Nicole said no. We're okay. See, Crystal said yes. So let me no. Come on, Christina said no. That's just too much disrespect. But I'm saying in the heat of the moment, if you know what I mean, you and your dude having sex, and then you slip up and you call your dude another dude's name. You dig what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Crystal, um, it's the truth. I appreciate your honesty though, because I'm trying to tell you, um, I know it's a real thing. You dig what I'm saying? I know a lady who got her face punched in for calling her dude another dude. You dig what I'm saying? Waniac, what's the word? Hey, my dude, I see you out there in Cali, man. I seen you on bikes and all types of stuff, man. I'm trying to go out there for my 50th birthday, man. You gotta rock with me, man. So that way you can show me around, my dude. Okay, Loco Los is in the building. So Loco Los, if you can talk to her and maybe help sis come in. Loco, what's the word, baby?
What's up, bro? What's happening with it?
Man, slow motion, slow motion, slow motion.
Man, you know it. You know it.
Okay, and so Christina the Thomas says you too confused then. And so what are you trying to say by that, Christina? Are you trying to say that because remember the first question was Loco Los, I said
Hmm.
this right here. If a woman cheats on a dude and she
Hmm.
feel like the other dude's sex is better than this dude,
Hmm.
than her dude, is that enough for them to leave the dude? And they said no, they would not live. They would not leave they dude, but it's not like that. But then again, what's gonna happen if you get in an argument? Be like, that's all right. That's why old boy he go harder than you anyway. Or either you having sex with him, having
I'm try-
sex with your guy, and then you turn
yeah.
around and you call him out the other guy.
No, but
listen, listen,
try to crush
listen.
their self esteem, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because they
and,
hurt, like you said earlier, man. They wear their feelings on they wear their emotions on their sleeve.
right.
So
But
they
listen.
hurt now. So now they be like,
Hold on, not Waniac. Listen to what Waniac, but listen to what Crystal said. Crystal said, "Yeah, ass whooping came behind it." Hey, but listen, like, listen, be 100. Be like, listen, keep it 100 because I'm trying to tell you, it can happen. You dig what I'm saying? Especially like if it's some back to back. You dig what I'm saying? Like it just happened. You slept with this dude like about a week ago, and then all of a sudden, then you and your dude make up. Then he come home, he trying to be nice, and then he get the, y'all get to having sex, and all of a sudden you be like. Jim, like who is Jim? Like Slim Jims. I'm talking about. I'm hungry for a Slim Jim. Like no,
yes,
wow.
somebody. Hey, you know what? So somebody going to jail that night. That's about the size of it, bro.
Straight up.
Somebody is for
That's what.
real.
Oh, Nicole gonna try to say thankful I ain't slip up. Christina gonna say no,
Wow.
you didn't slip up, Christina. So, but I'm just saying. But then again, I guess it could be also. Is this true then, ladies? The impact of what he had on you, it could it possibly be the sex, but then y'all also said an emotional tie, you hanging out with the dude. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like,
Nine times
you
out of
know,
10, though, bro. I mean, if they do something like that, and they feel like that this sex game was good like that, they gonna keep going back. Every time they feel like that you doing something, they going back, bro. Believe that. That's a fact. What's up, sis? Hey, you trying to get on? So what you on your email? Go to your email
I'm sorry I
and
got body slam.
and and
I'm
and
sorry to hear that, Crystal, because that shouldn't have happened. You
what's
dig
your
what I'm saying?
what's your email address?
Hold on.
Lord, all lowercase, Holy Ghost girl with GURL forever number 4 EVA at gmail.com.
Okay.
Send it send it to me on here, and I'm gonna send it to Bear.
Okay,
Okay.
you can't copy the link and send it to her?
I got a freaking
Hold
Zoom
on.
at 8.
Cause
Oh,
she
you know,
got if
matter of fact, I can just send it to her. Hold on,
okay.
hold on,
Now
sis.
I want to get Tracy's
You're
comment.
trying to
So
put me
so
up
so
now. I'm
send her this.
38 years
I want to
old.
read this one
Get
real
on
quick.
now.
Okay.
Don't talk about my old life stuff. Oh,
All right, turn her down a little bit, Los, because she
My
feeding in
bad.
over here.
My bad.
Okay, so listen to this. It says women cheating is usually more emotional than physical. If the move is made, it's still not about the D. The other dude is filling a void. Okay, so all right. I mean, you know what? I get it because y'all said okay. Um, it's this emotional detachment, like saying, okay, sometimes at the crib, as dudes, you got to be honest. You can leave that void, you know what I mean, of not just, you know what I mean. Okay, Waniac said it's just payback. You dig what I'm saying? Sometimes, and no matter what you say, though, Tracy, because I'm with Waniac, that's exactly how it's gonna feel to me. It's gonna make me feel like, okay, you trying to pay me back, and
Yep.
it always turn into a retaliation thing after that. So it's like once they do it, now all of a sudden we got this pissing match going on where all
What
right,
is it
you
again,
cheated on
CP?
me, so I gotta cheat on you, and it's like that. But then again, I understand that. But sometimes I don't know if a dude can see it like that because he always gonna look at it just like this, like Wayniak said. It's just payback, 100. And then Lisa
Hold
says,
on,
"Hey,
hold on, hold on, hold
oh,
on, hold
okay,
on.
okay." So I feel
G.
you, Wayniak, because that's
Oh,
how.
I got Holy Ghost. GURL.
Yeah, y'all bleeding over into here. Put your mic on mute while you do that, bro. Okay. So and then at the same time, so that's what I got another question though, real quick. Ladies, what hurts the most when a man cheats? Did you see the video that Rashida had did, and she said it was dismantling a bond. She felt like it's dismantled a bond, but the word that she used that made me feel so deep, that you know what I mean. Like she says, not only did you break my heart, you broke me. Somebody give me something on how does it make you feel when that dude cheats on you? And then Wayniak, throw me something on how you feel. Like, okay, have you ever been in love with a woman and she cheated on you? You said it's just payback, but how does it make you feel emotionally? Does it make you feel like, all right, from here on out, I'll never trust you again? Okay, Crystal said rage.
I just sent this, sis.
Okay.
Just click on that link, and
Oh,
it's gonna ask you
this is
put your
crucial.
name up there, and then
Los,
join the stream. What's up?
y'all bleeding over here.
My bad.
Okay. Um, Christina says the hopes that you had for the relationship are crushed. That's why I needed you on here, because I wanted you to give me more than that, because I understand what you're saying. You dig what I'm saying? You says the hopes that you had for the relationships are crushed. So okay, so now Tracy said facts 100. The trust is forever broke. So let me ask you this. How can y'all talk like that when you said that if you cheat with the other man, that it's nothing? It will never make you leave this dude. So if you can cheat with another man and it'll never make you leave your dude, it's not about the D, it's an emotional detachment. But then again,
Hmm.
on you saying the trust is out the door. It's you crushed forever. It's rage. You dig what I'm saying? What does that mean? That destroys your core. So you saying the core of the relationship is destroyed. Hold on. Now let's see what Wayniak say. Wayniak says most women F off of emotionals, etc. Why most dudes F is for a story to tell. You see what I'm saying?
I feel that one though.
You see what I'm
100.
saying? Well, you see what I'm saying, Wayniak?
100.
You gonna hey Wayniak, you gotta come on the podcast because we family. So you're gonna have to come on here, man, so we can keep it a buck, man. Because listen to me, ladies, listen to what he just said though.
Yeah.
Y'all will sleep with somebody off emotions. Okay, there go
Hmm.
my sister. She
Yes, you
says no,
go.
it says no video feed yet. Okay, I got her. I'm about to bring in her real quick, and then we'll put you in. What's up, sis?
Hey, bros, how y'all doing?
What's
Going
going
down.
on?
We just chilling. So now listen to
Nothing.
this. I want to catch you up. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the questions, and I want you to give your opinion. Why do
Okay.
you think, all right, if a woman cheats on a dude and she feels like the dude that she cheated on, not her man, she feel like the dude that she cheated with, his sex is better than her dude. Is that enough for her to leave her dude?
I would say no, it isn't because sex alone is just a way that when it's two people that's really digging each other, sex is just a way that they show each other physically of how they enjoy one another. But I don't think it's enough alone by itself to get you to leave your man. So and I did hear the other questions I was listening in. So the questions you was asking, why would if nothing is going on, they're not arguing, why would a woman cheat? Now, I'm not trying to talk bad about men. Some men, and I had a homegirl that thinks like a dude. Well, she's been like that since we were younger. So basically, it's like, hey, women feel like that we're kind of slicker at it. So sometimes we just do it because we can get away with it on one hand, and then on the other, there's some type of disconnect between you and the partner that you chose. Maybe you're not being honest. If you don't like the sex, tell them you don't like the sex. Hey, what can we do different? You can try different things. It doesn't have to result in cheating, in my opinion, because I definitely oppose cheating. I don't like that because, like I said, I've been hurt before by being cheated on, and I don't want to inflict that pain that I that I felt upon anybody else. Yes, we are emotional creatures. Yes, we wear our feelings on our sleeve. So, but there's a slight percentage of females that think like dudes, and they just
Okay.
get down because they want to get down.
So can I ask you a question there? So um do y'all put notches under y'all belt with guys like men do women?
Whenever we in private conversations, yeah, private
Cause
conversations, I've been in there before, like man, like
Don't
girl, what how
ever try
you
to act like we
feeling?
dogs.
And
Don't ever
I
try
be
to act
like,
like we dogs
girl,
because y'all dogs too. Y'all
yep,
yeah,
cats
sure.
too. You know, whatever
we
bobcats,
you know
whatever you want to be.
we've had secret conversations like, hey, well, so was he? But girl, yeah, and this and that. But sometimes he
Right.
wasn't working for nothing. You like, I've had paper cuts that hurt worse. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. We don't, yeah. I done said that before. I'm gonna be honest with you. I done said it
Hey,
before. I'm gonna scare. I'm like, look, get up. Just
I
Hey,
know, and
I'm
hey,
just
bro,
saying.
and
I'm
that's a true
honest.
story too. That's a true
I'm
story too.
honest.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've done that twice. Cause one of the dudes lied to me. He was Hispanic. Cause I used to deal with Hispanics back in the day, and and he was like, "Hey, my wife be home." I said, "Yo, who?" I said, "You know what? I tell you what, go on somewhere with that. I'm finna bounce. You walk around fine, looking like this, and just a whole waist. I mean, I don't know why your wife leaves you, but I'm just saying.
hey,
I
but
mean,
you
I
know
keep it
something?
100.
Hey,
If you
that's what
if
we
you ain't
love
doing
though.
nothing, I'm
It's the
gonna
bare
tell you.
truth.
I'm just honest.
Right. It's the
Why
bare
we been
truth.
all that faking and wasting my breath? What you mean? Get up, sir. No. This is not what it is. Bye. I mean, if
Hey,
people would be honest, we could stop all this mess, man. Come on here.
Turn up for
I'm
listen.
just
Christ and
being
burn up for
look.
life,
I'm
bro.
like you. I'm keeping it a buck. No,
Right.
I ain't got time to do no faking.
But listen,
We too
that's
big
what
for
we
that.
but that's what we wanted to hear. Hold on. Listen to this. What Waniac said. If people don't build they relationships just off of sex, you may have a, what I mean, I guess a good relationship. And so
I got you.
let me ask you this. So when you was cheated on by a man, how did that make you feel?
I mean, it broke my heart because the simple fact I didn't do anything. Like he was like my very first boyfriend. It's like, why you do that? And I couldn't wrap my brain around. But here it is. I went through his drawer and found a letter that she wrote him about them sleeping together, and that's how I found out. And I said, you know what? Take me home. I told his parents I'm going home, and they took me home. I didn't say nothing to him. I walked in the house, and we cooked it. But it's crazy because me and him, he was, back in the day, was a song called Splackavelli. I mean, he was like that for me for like, ooh wee. When we started kicking it, probably like 99 to 2000 or something like that. And I think he slipped up and slept with one of my family members in it, and I just cut him off. I said, "No, we ain't doing that no more." But for a
Right.
long time, we was dealing with one another. If I was on a break, like one time, I told a dude, "Look, because I wasn't in a good space with the guy, I said, look, I need to cut it off because I feel like I need to do something." He's like, "No, don't do that." I said, "When I feel like I want to get down with somebody else, I'm just gonna cut it off because I don't even want to cheat on you like that." But like
Right.
I said, we wasn't in a good space, so I would rather be honest and let you know instead of doing all that side stuff. It's just never been my style. I'm the one they say keep a spare. I never would do it because I'm always just so honest.
Okay. Well then on that note, hold on. Let me show you this and tell me what do you think about what Run say? Real quick.
If you're going to cheat, stay single. It's simple. Be single. This way, no one's mad. So don't pull somebody in, their emotions, and you can't have your cake and eat it too. Pull them in, their emotions in, their love in, and then go cheat. Just be a free man. Run around, do what you want. Don't hurt.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
What that
agree.
mean to you? Yeah.
I really agree because even though men are wired differently, I still feel like that there are. I'm not saying for all, but there are a vast majority of men that genuinely that really want love back and things of that nature. So not all men are dogs that have
Right.
behaviors as dogs. I'm gonna say that, um, but they want to be loved too, and they want that same attention and an affection back and forth, vice versa. It's not just for women because when you're in a relationship, you're being committed to that person. But I totally agree because you don't need to be playing with nobody. And for the lack thereof, me and my brother know of a situation that happened in our family, and these two people are no longer living anymore. It was too much wild stuff. Can't get into the dynamics
Right.
of it all because it's very gruesome. I mean, you can look it up, and it's still in news articles. So I'm just
Right.
saying,
Hey, is she talking
you
about
don't
my
need to
girl?
play with people. You
I
don't need to play with people.
I think Bear did meet Eric one time we was down there. It was we
Woo,
were
child.
but we were so toasted, you know what I mean? We was out there with
Right.
Freedom Bay out there getting, doing our thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, our cousin Eric, man, him and his wife. I mean, they looked at if you looked them on face if you see them on Facebook, bro, you would thought they were the happiest couple in the world. I mean, they
Nothing
had the
wrong.
kids, put the kids through college. They got
Yeah.
grandbabies. They always going to alumni parties at their college, man.
Yeah.
Popping, you know what I mean? They look happy. You see them on outside, but man, there was some dangerous stuff going on inside. And I don't know the details. I'll just say what this is the situation that happened, man. She came home to get her clothes. I guess she was going to move out. Um, he was home. He skipped work. He left his phone and stuff at work. His phone was in his locker at work. I heard anyway. But yeah, man, he slit her throat, man, and jumped in the car, and went on the run.
Mm.
For about almost 2 weeks, I think.
Mm-mm.
They, it wasn't that long.
Just a couple of days.
It was like the beginning of the week. And when they came back like toward the end of the week, somebody
Yeah.
they had an
Yeah.
APB out of the car.
Big.
And he seen somebody seen him and called the police. Seen the car, called the police, and he took the police on a high speed chase. And a couple
He
of
got hit by 18 wheeler though.
Mm.
yeah, but then they told him to put his hands up. This is what the sheriff said. The sheriff did an interview on the news station. They approached the car because they thought he was shooting. Somebody said he was shooting at them, but he didn't. Because the bullet ricocheted and hit. It was so many cops out there shooting. One of the bullets from the cop's gun ricocheted and hit another cop. Kind of crazy.
Right.
But
But however
uh,
it do, it turned out toxic. It turned out bad for
yeah,
a
both
Yeah,
man.
both
it turned
both
out
of them
bad
dead.
for both of them.
Both of them dead, bro. Yeah, both
Yeah.
of them dead. But and
So
man, and me and Eric had I witnessed a situation. One time I was down there, man, and Bobby Jean came out to the hotel.
Mhm.
Right. Well,
So
let me. Okay. So my man Winnie, I got another question. So sis, we done went over a little bit over the hour, and it's cool because as long as we having a good conversation, we're gonna keep rocking. Check out
All
what
right.
Waniac said because I want y'all to think about this because sometimes I fall in this line, Waniac. He says, so do you think if a man was raised by only his mom, will he show more respect towards his women and relationships? Now, let me touch on that for a minute. Is because I used to tell people that, like,
Mm-hmm.
my uncle Tom Ali, loco.
yeah,
You know all the uncles. You know
oh
Uncle
yeah,
Tom Lee. You remember Fish. You
Mm-hmm.
remember Paul. These dudes had multiple women. But
yeah,
then again, me, I grew up in a house with my great grandmother, my grandmother, my mother, my sister, two of them like my female cousins, Toya, Tammy, my auntie
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
Diane. And
All
so,
right.
I always seen women, you know what I mean? So I always had a love for women. Like I know how to treat a woman. And I'm
Right.
very conscious of like a woman being hurt. Like say for instance, when my sister might have had a boyfriend, like if he ever tried to be abusive, I didn't like that. So I wasn't like that. So a lot of times my cheating came from retaliation. You know what I mean? Like, okay, if you get down on me, then I'm gonna get down on you. You dig what I'm saying? Because I can show you how to do this one. Now, when me and you was really like showing out, we really didn't have no woman. But I could say, like,
no,
for a fact, like when the very first time you got with Faith, you cooled out. And when I got with Monica, I cooled out. Because remember, we
yeah,
had girls. And so
yeah,
they was everything. So we over here hustling, but we got girls. So what
yeah.
do you think about that? If a dude is raised by only his mom, will he show more respect to women in a relationship?
I mean, I honestly, I don't. I mean, yeah, they will. But when they get into that mode and when they doing like what we was doing, man, when they gas was doing the foot on the pedal, bro. I don't think. See, some people do it. They do it, and it don't be in no disrespectful manner, though. You know what I mean? They
Right.
just, they just do what they do.
Like I was trying to tell you though, when I was out here running the streets, at least I was honest with the ladies. You dig
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I was actually, I mean, you knew that I had a girl. And the same
Hmm.
thing that CG was saying, like women sometimes feel like they can do it because they're more sneaky. You dig what I'm saying? I understand that though, because you know what I mean? I had my baby mom, and I had a girl that me and her had a whole like little side thing going on right up under her nose.
Yeah,
You dig what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like right up under her nose, like,
yeah.
and you would never know it from the surface, but right up under her nose, there was like an affair going on. But so I mean, I'm so glad that CG said what she said. Everybody was just like, man, you know what I mean? Look, Waniac said I was not. So he basically said since he was raised by a single mom, it's like, man, you turned up on him. You dig what I'm saying? I think the only reason why I was like that for me though, Waniac, it was because like um one time my sister, one of her boyfriends, he was kind of like rough. You dig what I'm saying? So every now and then they had got into a few little fights, and I ain't like that. When I was a little short, I did not like that. You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't ever put your hands on, you know what I mean, like no woman in my family, because you know how that make you feel. And so
Yeah.
I always feel like I didn't never want to do that. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the reason why I feel like that. Um,
Mm.
let me ask you this, CG.
You
If
got
you
something
ever
going on in the
cheated,
background.
what's that going on in the background?
You got something going on in the background.
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Well, turn it down. 'Cause we can't hear it. You got this. It's
Look,
going off
hold
to
on.
the front.
Y'all give me 1 second. 1 second.
But okay, so let me ask these ladies this. If you ever cheated on a man, did you ever have a guilty conscience about what you did? Did you dig what I'm saying? Did you ever have a guilty conscience about what you did? And I mean, did you feel like you was wrong? Okay.
Did you hear the
So
question?
why they
But,
doing that? Now
okay,
watch this.
answer the question.
Okay.
Answer it again.
All right, I'm gonna ask you that again.
Go ahead.
But listen to what she said. She said, Tracy said, is there a respectful way to cheat though? I don't think so. I agree with Reverend Run. I think like Reverend Run said, if you feel like you're going to cheat, I think you just need to go and be by yourself.
Bingo.
Yeah,
Because I'm gonna
yeah,
tell you something. Here's the situation. What y'all was just saying about that situation that happened with y'all family member. There's other relationships that can end on a bad note like that. You dig what I'm
true.
saying? You never know what you dealing with when you poking the bear. You mess around and you poke somebody the wrong way, and they ain't mentally right, and you cheat
Yeah,
on them, and they love and they heart is somewhere else. Boy, they'll do something to you. You dig
yeah.
what I'm saying? They'll mess around and do something to you. You mess around, you be dead. But
But
here's
bro,
the
bro, you know what? No, but you know, I know some guys, man, that it's a sport to them. There's no emotion. They not. It's not a no emotional thing. It's a sport.
right.
You know what I mean? They can lay down with what I mean multiple women, and there's no emotion there. You know what I mean? To them, it's a game.
Hmm.
You know.
Mhm.
Um, but like you said, though, you might run into that right person, though. Even though you might be 100 with them and tell them, well, you know what you got going on.
Right.
It,
And then
it's
they'll just go for it.
they just go, yeah, it's gonna go for them anyway, though. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Well, CG, I know you can agree with this. Let me give you this real quick. And I was talking to my friend, and this is what I always come back to when I was living that lifestyle that I was living. And now that I'm a lot more mature, you dig what I'm saying? And I got my relationship with God. There's a scripture in Galatians 6 that says, do not be deceived, God is not mocked. You will reap what you sow. So if you
Mhm.
sow to the flesh, you're gonna reap corruption of the flesh. And so a lot
Mhm.
of times, like the man that's just cheating just for sport or just to be doing it, just to be doing it, while you trying to get out here and satisfy your flesh because you think she got a big booty, or you doing this or you doing that, I'm telling you, it's coming your way. You dig what I'm saying? And so it don't feel good when you get cheated on, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like when I went to the
Yeah,
joint,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
listen, when I went to the joint and I found out that, my BM had moved on with somebody. Not only that, wasn't even like sending me no bread, wasn't writing me no letters. What is going on?
What was going on over there?
Me, my
Yeah,
charger. I'm trying to put my
it's
charger in.
picking up on the mic.
You got to be still, girl.
But listen, but like Rashida was saying, um, not only does it dismantle that bond, I probably dismantled the bond because I did my thing. But then when it always happened, and when they come on to the other foot, when the shoe is on the other foot, bro, it's not a good feeling.
It's not
I
though. No,
mean, it's
I've
not.
been there too. Yeah,
And it hurts.
it's
It
not.
hurts in the stomach. It's a hurting that's in the stomach. That's like, you know what I mean? Like, man,
Yeah,
So I don't know
yeah.
how you feel. Like if somebody ever cheated on you, what did you feel? Did you take her back? Do you feel like you could trust the woman after she cheated on you?
Um,
It's hard to give
yeah,
advice. You
yeah.
feel like you can trust her again?
I mean, cause of what what I was doing. So I mean, how the cock got the pot called the kettle black.
Well, I'm just saying I understand that part, but what I'm saying there is this right here. If she cheated on her, did you ever get back to a space where you felt like I can trust her again?
Yeah, Because I was the cause of all of it though.
Oh, okay. So you saying then that was back to my first question. If a woman cheat, did she cheat in retaliation? So she cheated on you because you was cheating on her. Okay. No. Okay. All right. So let me. The question that I was going to ask you, CG, is there a guilty conscience when a woman cheats? Does she feel bad about her actions? Because you remember you was like, women sometimes cheat because they feel like they sneaky and they can get away with it.
Hmm.
So do you
Now
feel?
it just depends on the woman and depends on how her mindset is wrapped. Because like you said, people don't think the same, and there are different reasons. Now if she's just doing it because she feel like she can get away with it, then I don't think it won't be a guilty conscience for a long time. But again, I'm gonna connect what you just said. That boomerang that comes back around, you reap what you sow. And
Hmm.
it's, I mean, that's Bible. You sow
Yeah.
in the flesh, you're gonna reap in the flesh. And that's why even if I have aught against someone, say I'm in the relationship and stuff like that, I know what I'm not going to do to the person, and it's not because I'm scared of the individual. No, I'm afraid of God because I don't need to reap stuff wrong. So I need to be sure that I'm sowing and be very mindful and careful what I say and how I treat
Hey,
them.
yeah. Hey, listen, what you just said, that part, because I'm gonna tell you something. When he sit me down and got to showing me my little mess, you know what? I got to thinking. I was just like, man, you know what I mean? When I was out here putting it out, you know what I mean? I felt real. I felt like I was that guy. You know what I mean? I felt untouchable. But then when the situation is on the other hand, it's just like all he kept on telling me is like, man, you sowed this seed. This is the harvest that you eating. You can't be mad at this is what you sold into. This is what you getting back.
Mm.
Waniac is crazy. Hey fam, you gotta come on the show. Listen to Waniac, man. He said, so what what he say? Remember we was asking about do the women got a guilty conscience or can you trust her again? He gonna say, no, that's some BS. My heart was broken. I still took her back. like what? I mean, I did it too. You dig what I'm saying? Because one of my girls, she cheated on me, and it's like she was in that space, CG, as if like she was like a man, like she can go cheat with a dude and be like, man, that wasn't nothing but a one night stand. That ain't us. Like, I don't want him. I want us. Like, and it'd be like, man, and cry and all types of stuff. Want me back. I'm like, my whole thing now is like, man, every time I ain't around, I feel like you
You
want
feel like
like, man, hold
but
on.
you know she had any emotion. What I was just talking about, that not she don't have, it wasn't no emotions in it, man. You know what I mean? She wasn't emotionally attached to that. Some women are nymphos. You
What
know?
about that? What about that? Do y'all feel like that? Do y'all feel like some women are nymphos and that would make them cheat?
Yeah,
I mean, I believe so. I think they probably get a thrill off of the different ones, and just because they like it, it's
yeah.
like for kicks, fun and stuff like
There
that.
you go.
Yeah. So I do agree.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a few of them that's
It's
like that.
something.
Yeah,
It's
it
a few of
sure
them
is.
that's like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm. And then whenever you don't know who you are, you allow yourself to get into some things, and sometimes it's a defense mechanism almost before you ever think about hurting me. I think hurt people, and from experience I know that to be true.
That's
So
true.
you don't know a person's that's why you got to get to know people jumping in the beds real fast and this and that just to see what somebody working with. Jump yourself on somebody's couch and sit down somewhere and talk about them and say, hey, I've been through this, I've been through that. You ain't got to go to Dr. Phil, but set your butt down somewhere. Get to
Hey,
know the person. Stop all that foolishness, because what they don't understand, bro, is you are creating emotional, and you're creating soul ties when you lay down with a
there it
woman
is.
or lay
That's the
down with a
word.
man whenever they're not your husband, they're not your wife. And then you can't be and if you're not spiritually minded, this is gonna go right over your head. Not sorry about that. Maybe you'll catch it in a different time. But you're not single whenever you're doing that. You're
Right.
single like by what the naked eye can see, but spiritually to God, oh no, you got somebody, because now you're into a covenant that He only created for man and woman in a marriage. So now what's on the inside of them is inside of you, and what's on the
Exactly.
inside of you is on the inside of them.
That's
So you
soul
done
tie.
created something, and you're gonna have to
Yeah.
ask God to break that out of you. How do I know? Ooh,
Yeah.
been there. Have you ever
Yeah.
Right.
been
I done been
married?
there. I done been
Look,
there.
have you ever been
Go ahead,
married and then
CG.
you see how so with other people?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
You
Yep.
looking at one.
Right.
Amen.
And
You
that
Amen.
can
person
go into
and
things
that person crazy
undelivered.
as hell. and that person
Yeah, it's
crazy as hell.
crazy.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
Waniac, I felt like Waniac said though too, because when it happened to me, he was like, "Hell, when I got cheated on, I used the hurt to do as I please." Hashtag run the streets, and that's what it made me do. I felt like I had put my heart into something, and then you played me. So let me
Mm.
show you how to do this one. Let me hold on. I can show you how to do this. If this is what you want to be on, I can show you how to do this one. And then it just go back. What you say, hurt people, hurt people. So now here we are. You know what I mean? Bouncing the back and forth through the court, we just hurting each other. And to the point where now it's so toxic that when it do fall out, it's like, man, you knew it wasn't no good. You should have been gone. You know what I mean? You should have left that situation alone. So, sis, man, I'm so glad you popped up today because that's 100 though. Remember what she said about the soul ties. We was talking about that when we was talking about the soulmates. You dig what I'm
Right.
saying? When you find a soulmate, this is somebody that you compatible with on a spiritual level. But if
Mm-hmm.
you having sex with people that you don't know that you compatible with, that's a soul tie. That's a whole different thing. Now you done connected your spirit with somebody and you don't know who this person. This person could be a mess. You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like my man was telling me, he was like, listen, so sometimes a lady is soul tying with a guy who's verbally abusive or physical abusive. So now you having sex with him, you done pull from his spirit. You think it's cool. You think this
Yeah.
is what it's supposed to be. Oh, he loved me because he beating up on me. Like you, man. If you don't get what you say, go somewhere and sit on the couch
Let's
and
sit
you
out on the
Somewhere,
couch
sit
somewhere.
down somewhere.
watch Netflix or something. Get your life together. Matter
But
of
you
fact,
know,
watch some
you
sermons.
got bro. But being on a serious note, you got a lot of people with adult ages, but with kid mentalities, and they don't know
Ooh.
how to be. They don't know how to be in a relationship. So if you don't know how to be by yourself until you get you some be help. Get some help and learn who you are. Because when you don't know who you are, yet again, you'll take other people down through there because you're still trying to figure it out. Some people don't try to figure it out, and some people do. But then they dragging other people along in their mess of mental unstableness. You cannot do that. And that's one thing what you just said about connecting spiritually. That's where we're supposed to connect with our soulmate first in the first place, not between the silk sheets from Bed Bath and Beyond.
All right, there it
True.
is.
You,
Okay,
you, you, you see
all
you see
right.
what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You got to connect with them spiritually. That's the first place. Can he carry you in prayer? Can you carry him in prayer? Can we come together and we pray together? Can we talk? Can we build something? Can we create a legacy so our seeds and our seeds can eat later on? Can we bridge the gap so we can train up our little soldiers that's going to be in the army of the Lord to be the future not only of tomorrow with that, but tomorrow with everything. You gotta be able to think, sit down and think and say, hey, is this person going to be compatible? But if you don't go to the spirit first, go to God first and allow God to be the head of it, you're going to get messed up. Been there, done that too many times before. So my rule of thumb is now, God, you the CEO of my life. You're going to have to lead and guide me with these choices because I done
Hey,
made a fool of myself too many times before, and I don't want to do that no more.
hey,
But
listen.
but you know, a lot of time what it be too though, both people that does that, man and woman, you they don't. How can you love? How can you try to love somebody when you don't even love yourself?
You
Right.
better come on here and talk,
But
preach,
but
preach.
but listen
You
to this,
can't.
though, Loco. Okay, so listen to so like my man Waniac said, this is one of our other guys I grew up with, Local Los. We got to get him
Mhm.
on the show. He says if you're still doing that at 40 plus, you sad. Now listen to this.
Period.
Now, okay, so now she just came in. She says, and when you do that, soul ties, let so many people enter into that place. God can't send you the right mate because you are married to these other people. Come on,
Period.
God wants to deliver all. You see
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
sis.
So I remember when I was telling y'all ladies sometimes God can't deliver you something because you got the hoopty in the driveway, because you still
Period.
hold on to something that's not even for you, just because you scared to be by yourself and you just, oh, he got some good D and he over here. Come on, it's stupid. Now God can't even send you your knight in shining armor because you just got a mess going on in your house. You dig what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
man, I'm so glad you popped up today, boy. Hey, I'm glad we went a little bit over. So, Lisa,
Right,
we gotta
right.
get you on here. Nicole, she coming on here next. Y'all can't keep saying y'all coming on here, and then when the show start, I don't find nobody, boy. I'm saying, boy. You damn sure very truthful. Lisa, you supposed to be on here. You get what I'm saying? You supposed to be here. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Yeah, yeah, no doubt, man. Oh,
That is
but you know what, man? You know, man, I'm glad you trying to educate, man. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
now we doing it from the other side now.
From the
You
other
know what I
side of
mean?
the game. And that's the reason why I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
CG for what you're saying, is
right.
because You dig what I'm saying? We've been there, so we didn't
Yeah.
lost. And
Mhm.
so that's the
Mhm.
only time that you gain wisdom when you go through something and you make it through. God deliver you
Mhm.
from it. So now you got the wisdom. So now you
Yeah.
can give it to somebody. So somebody out there, I see a lot of people that's online that's checking us out. Man, listen to what she was talking about, the soul ties. I've been telling you about it. Now here comes somebody else that give it to you. You know what I mean? It's got to be there. So you know what I mean? So pay
Yeah.
attention to that. Okay. I was trying to figure out what somebody else or the conversation with these on
And
the phone.
then, bro, you said something else. Well, one of y'all did about. I think it was you, Los. You don't want to be by yourself. Well, it could have been Bear. If you don't get by yourself and learn who you are, learn your triggers, learn everything that's ever offset you. Because I see my counselor every other week, and I've been seeing her for 3+ years. And I
Okay.
ask her, okay, what are ways that I can get better? Some people they just tell me, oh, going to counseling make you crazy. No,
Right.
sane people go to counselors so they can remain sane and continue to add more value to themselves because they're learning new things. So I do these things because what I seen growing up, it wasn't quite about the right, you know what I mean? So I didn't ever see
Mhm.
like a relationship that should have been, like I said, because our parents divorced at when I was like 9 or 10 years old, and that
Yeah.
crushed me, and that pain stayed in my mind till I said, I don't ever want to get a divorce. Of course, I'm not the head of my own life, so I had to journey and travel through one of those myself. And it was not more so of I want to, just be married and have a family. It was, well, I'm gonna be better than my mom and dad. So focused on that, to where I hit a dead end and hit a brick wall to where uh, a lot of things fell to the ground in my first one because I wasn't paying attention. And then plus I went in undelivered. I went in, I hid things because I didn't think that he would love me for me, things that happened to me in my past when I was younger. And I'm like, if you knew the information, I don't think you would have made the choice to be with me. So you can't have a mask on and try to be real with somebody and go into situations undelivered because you're carrying baggage. And then when you bring in trauma, you create more trauma because you ain't told about the trauma. Then it's dropping on top of trauma, and then you're teaching your kids how to tolerate toxicity. You're not teaching them what a family is.
I,
You're teaching
listen,
them.
I can go so far with that, just that right there alone on what happened to me this weekend, and God was
Right,
showing it to me about my situation, not
right.
me personally, but just what was going on in my kids and what they've been seeing, and now what
Hmm.
they've been seeing for so long, it
Right.
played a full circle, and it manifested itself. Remember what we said? You will reap what you sow, and so
Absolutely.
some people sold a bad idea into some people's head, and then that
Mhm.
idea painted a full
Blew up.
it
Yeah.
blew up and painted a full picture a couple of days ago, and
Yeah.
somebody is
Mhm.
at the short end of the stick of that. You know, and
Yeah.
it's a messy life. And what it is, it's a messy life. You dig what I'm saying? And so listen to what she say. Like when you talking to somebody, man, you bet if you don't know who you are, listen to what Tracy just said. She says you gotta love you some you. You know what I'm saying? Before you try loving
Yeah.
someone. If
Yeah.
you
That's first and
love
foremost.
how you expect somebody else to love you? You
Yeah.
gotta
Come
be
on.
confident. That's why I was telling people, like, if I'm not confident in me, how can I do the bare truth and make y'all feel any type
Come
of
on.
confidence if I ain't confident in me? So when I talk to a woman, I let her know, like, listen, I talked to my psych. She said the reason why I'm not sleeping because I've built a workspace and a work area and a place where I sleep all in one room. So she said it's hard for your mind to shut down. I'm trying to
Mhm.
figure out what's gonna be the best me. So when I do, God give me this queen. I need her to know where I'm at over here, where you at over here, so we can be on the same page. We need to know
Right.
what we're doing so we can just, you know what I mean? We ain't just getting together just because we think it's the right thing to do. And next thing you know, it blow up in your face and it's blow up in everybody else that's surrounding you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody gonna get hit in the face with the glass and the stick.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You just a big old mess, and you don't know.
Yeah.
Kill everybody
Man.
that come around you. You dig? So,
Yeah. A
hey,
mess
man,
cloud.
listen.
Mess
And then
cloud.
whenever you love yourself, you set standards and boundaries in your life. We teach people how to treat us. If people are hurting us, it's because we allow it. And I said this right here.
Man.
stand 10 toes. I am a queen. You in my life. If you coming into my life, you gonna come correct. And guess what? If you feel like you can't be in it, there are exits. The same way you came in, the same way you can get out of there. Because I've been through too much hell to get to this version of me to sit there and let you, a grown person, or whatever situation is, to come disturb my peace, my joy, stuff that God gave to me. Man, you better get up out of here and exit stage left. Period. Fast, quick, in a hurry. Let that door not go on and hit you. But I'm not going to allow you to come into my life and wreak havoc and cause ruckus and chaos. No, you get zero. But I know who I am. I am a queen, and you're gonna respect me as such. And if you don't respect that at the table, you better sit at some other table because you won't sit at mine. You can eat, but
There it
just don't
is.
eat over here.
There
I
it
So
hear
is.
when
you.
you put those standards and teach people how to treat you, people, and be bold with it and be blunt, hey, they'll know how to treat them. Oh, I can't play with that, but you darn right. Keep that
Right.
moving. You
Yep.
don't want this God smoke because God don't play about me.
And then you know something else though too, sis. Not on that note too. And don't be mad if they don't stick around, because that means he ain't the one for you. You dig what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah,
People
you
gotta
know.
Period.
understand. And
Yeah.
if he don't stick around, if he
Yeah.
don't listen, if he can't come correct with your standards and sit at your table like he said and treat you like the queen, then that ain't your king. He is not your knight in shining armor. That's
Nope.
Come
not the
on.
dude. I don't care how
No.
you like him, how much you think he cute, or how fresh he is. That's not your guy.
Right.
Your
Nope.
guy's still out there. He ain't that one. You dig what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And some people gotta understand that you just ain't that one. You
Period.
dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I ain't mad at you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Keep doing what you're doing, but just somewhere else. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
No,
Right.
that's
Right.
good, man. That's love. That's love.
I mean, but
And
it
so
but it, it takes a minute to get to this point in your life, you know. It's not like something's gonna happen overnight because it's like life is like puzzle pieces. God don't break it all together and just give you he flashes certain things. Like we prophesy in part when those that are prophetic and know what that means, and we only know in part because
right,
God don't give us the full version. You know, he can show us bits and pieces. I can see stuff in my life from years ago that's happening now. I'm like, oh, okay. Now it's beginning to come together and make a lot more sense.
right.
Because you know why we ain't looking with these, we're looking with the spiritual line, not
Yeah,
these
we're
eyes.
looking with the spiritual eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And
you
that's
have
what kind
to
of
or
happened
you'll
to me,
miss
Los.
it.
I was in a joint, and I mean, he was showing me things, and they just now starting to be manifested. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And
Yeah,
so,
Mhm.
you know, and it's a beautiful thing. So
it is.
don't
Yes.
anybody that's watching the podcast, don't get it twisted to where she's trying to beat you over the head, you know what I mean, with God, but she's keeping it real. If God ain't the CEO, I don't see how it's gonna work. I don't see it
Mhm.
working. And me and my friend, like we be talking, it's cool to say I'm a Christian, but is Jesus the Lord of your life? If
The
he ain't
head of
the
your
Mhm.
Lord of
life.
your life, if he ain't sitting on the throne of your life, it's just like, fam, you just out here playing. And I've
Yep.
tried it that way, and it didn't work for me. So, to
Right.
each his own, you know what I mean. I'm not here to tell you what you got to do with your life. I'm just trying to tell you, man. You'll save yourself a lot of time and wasted energy and heartbreak if you
Yes.
just go ahead and, you know what I mean, and deal with it from a different perspective. Okay,
Yep.
who we say? Waniak, what you say? Waniak, you got to come on the show. Lisa says she coming on. Nicole says she coming on. So listen, we trying to do that. Tomorrow I'm gonna do the Bible study, but like Wednesdays or with the bald head nuts, we're looking for a female to
Okay.
come on. Thursdays we'll not do the love versus hate. That would be cool. But yeah, when we do this, I'm gonna do that. So Lisa, we're gonna get you on there. You dig what I'm saying, sis? Because we missed you. We know definitely you got something that you want to do. He says you can't mix looking for love while trying to know yourself. It will not work. And that's real. And I think a lot of
Yeah.
people are doing that. While you working on yourself, you too anxious to bring somebody else into your life because you feel like you want to be with somebody. And sometimes it's all
Hmm.
right to be alone. It's
Yep.
okay. It's cool to be
That's your sit down time though, man. You when you be
alone.
alone, man, you learn more about yourself, man, and people
Mhm.
be amazed if they take that time to do that, man. They'll
Okay.
be a much better people, bro.
Whew.
All right.
I'm glad I took
So,
that sit down time. Thank you, Lord.
but right
Feel
before we
good.
go, we were damn near at the 1 hour
One and a
and a half.
half.
Local Los, like, give me this. Okay, if you could give anybody from the male's perspective anything on cheating, what would you say in like one phrase of cheating? Why not to cheat? Why, you know what I mean? Or what?
Um, being managed, bro, is a very immature thing,
Mentally and physically.
mentally and physically, bro.
Man,
And I mean, trust me, I know firsthand, man. It took me a long time to learn that though.
right.
Um, and it's not cute. You know what I mean? That ain't the thing to do. You know what I mean? It's not, man. It just like sit down somewhere though. I mean, but You know what I mean? For real though, just sit down somewhere. I mean, because I mean, what are you? First of all, what are you proving?
Nothing.
I mean, what's the goal? What is the goal? You try? Is there a goal you trying to hit?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or because just like y'all said, man, you know, playing with people emotional
Right.
world of hurt, man. So, ooh,
Okay. Well, then you give me something, CG, right? Because we're gonna get to the final remarks, and then I'm gonna address them. But give me something. If you would give a woman anything about that past life, about cheating, or just running around trying to find a man and not knowing yourself, just give them something. Feed into their spirit like one time.
Well, I address women as queens. First, learn to love you, get to know who you are so you can set the standards and boundaries for your life. Don't you settle for just anything that comes your way. If they give you compliments, beautiful or cute, that doesn't mean you have to give them the attention. You can say thank you and keep it moving. Um, just because we're big enough to do things doesn't mean it's wise to.
Right.
So use wisdom. And if you don't understand why your life is going a certain direction, get you some help. Get you some godly counseling and get some help. And be willing to lay all the stuff out that's playing in your heart and in your mind and say, where do I start? And get you a relationship first and foremost. I'm sorry, Lord. Get your relationship with God.
Amen.
Do that first because He's the creator. He knows you better than anybody. And
Mm-hmm.
then love on you, embrace you, every imperfect part of you. Learn about you, love you, and then allow God to send that perfect mate for you from His perfection point of view, not mankind.
Okay. Well, listen, man. God bless y'all. I love you. I appreciate that, man, for y'all popping up and pulling up. So we definitely gonna have to do this again. We got to get Sis on here. We know she was a little bit behind
Yeah.
schedule. We got some other people, and everybody saying that they want to be on here is local. I can always count on you, my dude. So,
yeah,
man,
for
thank
sure,
y'all for pulling up. I'm gonna address them.
no
I'm gonna
problem.
say something. I'm gonna close out. But CG, man, thank you so much. God bless you. I love you, little
You
sis.
too,
All
bro.
right. Hey,
Love y'all too, bro.
there it is. Local Los. I holler at you, my dude. Peace.
All right, baby boy.
One.
Yep.
All right. So listen, man, did you see like CG and them and her sister? She wasn't even on the show. She had to work or something up, so she popped up late. And so these ladies are like God fearing women. You dig what I'm saying? And so behind the scenes, like every time a podcast is over with, they in my inbox like, okay, bro, you did this and that. So Lisa always prophesying over my life, speaking into my life, watching what God is doing in my life. So they are a big part of inspiration. And you see what happened when you cut her loose. I'm talking about if you didn't get nothing from her, that's just because you probably ain't got no relationship with God or you just ain't in your soul. And so that's it, like cheaters. What's the motivation? You know what I mean? I like what Loco Lo said. When we was younger, like Waniac, we was like supermanish, man. Man, you remember how we used to do it. You remember when you brung old Shorty and them from down here from East Chicago, Indiana. Remember we had a whole crib with that. Boy, you done got caught cheating so many times. You done got caught cheating, bro. It just don't make no sense, bro. You wasn't a real good cheater, bro. You dig what I'm saying? You got caught too many times. But meanwhile, you know how we was when we was in these streets, when we was out here chasing that bag and what we was doing. Like Loco Lo said, man, we was immature, um, mentally and physically. You know what I mean? When you doing some young boy stuff, there's a scripture in the Bible where Paul says, when I was a child, I spoke like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. He says, but when I became a man, I put an end to childish things. And so sometimes guys, what I mean, we don't learn it. And women too, sometimes we don't learn it until we go through some things until we grow up. But I'm telling you, right now, today is a good day to grow up, bro, because um when you bring that into your life, not only do you bring the soul ties in your life, and so now you mixing your spirit with somebody else and you taking on some misery. But then again, you dig what I'm saying? Now it's another relationship that can go bad or it can just turn out for the worse. And then all of a sudden, too, you got to try to see who else is looking at you. You dig what I'm saying? For like ladies who's got kids, some of y'all got kids in y'all house, and y'all letting these men run in and out of your house and do whatever. Lay up in your house, smoke weed in your house, drink in your house, and it ain't got to just be necessarily that, but you got daughters, and you leaving these examples for your daughters. And men, we just as guilty too, because just as we thinking like we playboys and like we so cool for what we was doing, we got young boys who's looking up to us, and they think that this is the lifestyle. And now we got daughters and sisters that's out here that's getting punched on and beat on by people that we done left the image to. So basically what we doing is, it's like that tornado. You on the inside and you can't see what you tearing up, but you tearing up everything that you come in contact with. Not only is you tearing up yourself and your life, you tearing up your relationship with God, you tearing up your life. And so now you got to sit, because this harvest is coming back to you. So as you putting out these bad seeds, and this is what you living, this is what you doing, it's coming back to you. And guess when it comes back? It always come back to you when you trying to get it together. Now you ready to get it together. Now you looking for love. You really want to be somebody's wife. You really want to be somebody's husband. Now you running into the wrong. And now you boo-hooing, praying, wondering like, why God, why this ain't happened? Because these are these seeds. They done grew up and you had your harvest. So that's what I was telling y'all, man. When I went to prison, God checked me. You know what I mean? I wasn't necessarily guilty for what had happened or what they accused me with, but he said, you know, you was out here and you used to do women like this. This is how you used to talk to them. You used to treat them like this. And so now it's happening to you. You can't be mad. So why you think I'm always trying to advocate? I'm always trying to lift y'all up where y'all need to be. Why I'm always trying to tell my brothers it's time for us to act like kings, because we got a PhD in being ignorant. I know I do. Straight up. I got a PhD in being ignorant. I didn't did it so long. I know what to do. I know how to do. But do you know how to stand up and walk like a king? How to hold your head up? Do you know how to be a leader? Do you know how to be a provider? Do you know how to take care of your family? Do you know how to, like she said, raise your boys so they can be princes and kings, protecting your daughter, showing your daughter what a real man look like. So when she get in a relationship, she don't have to rock with a shooter. She ain't looking up to no shooter. She looking up to a king because her dad is a king. You dig what I'm saying? Your son is growing up. You ain't got to worry about him, you know what I mean, in front of that judge with the black suit on because you raising a little king. It's not to say our kids ain't gonna have no downfalls or no bad times, but man, I tell you one thing, keeping God the CEO and making him first place, and then let him move and have his being and you know what I mean, in your life, in your relationships, in your parenthood and all of that, I'm telling you, fam, it makes a big difference. It make a big difference. And I don't want that life that we used to live, that ignorant life, man, waking up. Man, you know how many times I done woke up next to a person, I'm like, who are you? Like, who is this? You dig what I'm saying? I'm laughing, but it's not funny. It's stupid, it's nasty, and it's horrible. And that's how it's gonna play out. Ain't nothing good gonna come from it. So you can keep going. You can keep doing it if you want to. Ain't nothing good coming from you, man. Listen, I love y'all.